Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dhanvantara Murtaye Amruta Kalasa Hastaya Sarva Amaya Vinasanaya Trailokya Nathaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Gurudeva Srimati Bhakti
Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, text 19. Yomam evam asammudho janati purushottamam sasarva vidbhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Swami Charanarinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata. Purport. There are many philosophical speculations about the constitutional position of the living entities and the supreme absolute truth. Now, in this verse, the Supreme Personality of Godhead clearly explains that anyone who knows Lord Krishna to be the Supreme Person is actually the knower of everything. The imperfect knower goes on simply speculating about the absolute truth, but the perfect knower, without wasting his valuable time, engages directly in Krishna consciousness, the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. Throughout the whole of Bhagavad Gita, this fact is being stressed at every step. And still, there are so many stubborn commentators on Bhagavad Gita who consider the Supreme Absolute Truth and the living entities to be one and the same. Vedic knowledge is called Shruti, learning by oral reception. One should actually receive the Vedic message from authorities like Krishna and his representatives. Here, Krishna distinguishes everything very nicely, and one should hear from this source. Simply to hear like the hogs is not sufficient. One must be able to understand from the authorities. It is not that one should simply speculate academically. One should submissively hear from Bhagavad Gita that these living entities are always subordinate to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anyone who is able to understand this, according to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, knows the purpose of the Vedas. No one else knows the purpose of the Vedas. The word bhajati is very significant. In many places, the word bhajati is expressed in relationship with the service of the Supreme Lord. If a person is engaged in full Krishna consciousness in the devotional service of the Lord, it is to be understood that he has understood all the Vedic knowledge. In the Vaishnava Parampara, it is said that if one is engaged in the devotional service of Krishna, then there is no need for any other spiritual process for understanding the Supreme Absolute Truth. He has already come to the point because he is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. He has ended all preliminary processes of understanding. But if anyone, after speculating for hundreds of thousands of lives, does not come to the point that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and that one has to surrender that, all his speculation for so many years and lives is a useless waste of time.
Which verse is today?
15.19. Chapter 15, text 19.
So this verse, chapter 15 is the yoga of the Supreme Person. So here it's not so that it's going to tell us who is that Supreme Person. When I was in the hospital, one of the spiritual care representatives told me that somebody from Delhi had entered the ICU, and they had all kinds of books of different so-called spiritual organizations. And so the head of that, he said, oh, I was interested in spiritual life. We have all these books on spiritual life. He said, well, I do, but I was a bit confused because every one of the founders of these different organizations say they're God. So who is really God? He said, then the lady told that the spiritual care, we had to face the same problem, but then he read in the Bhagavad Gita that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So therefore we, all our doubts were dispelled. So really, the Bhagavad Gita says that? Sure. You haven't read the Bhagavad Gita? No, I was reading this other magazines. So they gave her the Bhagavad Gita, he got 6 other self-taught books, and he started chanting Japa, he got after he got out of ICU, then he went to the Eastern Temple and he started to become a regular visitor.
Very good.
So, in the Maṅgalācaraṇa, it describes that the 15th chapter, there was a elder, I think his name was Nrsimha Maharaj or something, and he had a chief general. So he was the order the chief general with some palace and some title and everything. He didn't know that this chief general, after having conquered the whole world, he was thinking, why I'm not the emperor? Why should this guy be the emperor? I was the one who won the medal. I'm the chief general. So he decided to assassinate his king. Then I'm going to declare myself the ruler. So, well, he had his team of co-conspirators, and when he suddenly got cholera, he died the day before they were supposed to execute the assassination. So he's taken the Maṅgalācaraṇa and said that, you are ungrateful. This king is under, he gave you so many rewards. It's not just some kind of military power that was the king. It's also they have to have a spiritual, religious karma. So he has performed a lot of sacrifices that you want to be the greatest? So okay, you want to be the greatest horse. This is what it is. If you have any questions, Maharaj, Kīrtana, these are not Gurudevas, are on Skype, they'll take the questions. So like this, a long story. So they started, this general took blood as a horse, and one of the merchants this is really the best horse I've ever seen. They bought it for 2 million rupees, and then he brought it back to the king, wanted to show it to the emperor. And the emperor said, what's that? Who's making noise out there? He said, well, you see, the son said he's got the best horse in the world, he wants to present it to you. So he sent out his cowboy head and his veterinary doctor. Check out the horse. If they came back, they said, it's really an amazing horse. They've never seen a horse like this. So they went out, they went out and they saw it, and okay. I said, reward you, how much you want? He said, no, sir, I don't want to make any trouble for you. Just give me 4 million pounds, 4 million rupees, and I'll take it, whatever I heard I lost, it's okay, I'll take all of it. Right? That's all it's saying. Right? Yes. You were missing them. Going to 2 million. Start. Don't order all of it today. I got an excuse, I got a hand that I don't feel. I don't know what your excuse is. So, anyway, the king actually wants to try out the horse. Took 4 million pounds. Rupees on it. So, 40 lakhs for a horse is well known, especially in those days. So they rode out, they're chasing one stake, and then one of the fellows that had the fastest horse in the world, he went ahead of everybody else. And so nobody could keep up with him. So there was all alone. So there was a stream, so he gave the horse some water, tied the horse up, he took some water, and then he stopped floating on a palm leaf of verse. He read it. Maybe it was this verse. There's a verse. When he read it, the horse died. Out and the horse came to General. I said, what are you doing here, General? That's what it is. I go back to God here. So the king was like, he said, how is this? Mystery that the horse came to General, and the General went back to Godhead, and so he went upstream, and he found there was a hermitage, and he said, oh, this is our verse from the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It blew away from and he said, well, why is it that my general, he went back to Godhead and he heard it and nothing happened? And he said, well, it's a long story, but if you read the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita regularly, you'll also go back to Godhead. So the king began to every day read the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So this is a very important chapter. You know that this chapter, who spoke it? You got Sanjaya, you got Dhritarashtra, you got Krishna, and you got Arjuna. So who are the people that spoke in this chapter, you know? Only Krishna. So this is a very special chapter. The chapter of the yoga of the Supreme Person. So there it clearly declares that Krishna is the Supreme Person. And we should just like we're in this health Chikitsalaya here, Ayurvedic Chikitsalaya. There's a temple of Dhanvantari and also Hanuman. We made it in Durga and Shiva and Ganesh and Skanda and so on. So when we had the annual festival, I was on the intensive bed. They couldn't go out except the last day to go. That's 2 days on the festival. And they had Lord Krishna dressed up, dancing and chanting. So it's a custom that they always have Krishna. And this head doctor here regularly goes to the Gurudeva temple. He is also dedicated to Krishna. And so he prays there for his patients. He also prays that he gets the power from him. Of course, Dhanvantari is the form of Krishna, form of Vishnu, exactly meant for curing the sick people. So he carries the kalasha, the pot of nectar, the eternal nectar, and he solves all the problems of all the diseases he can cure. So according to the Bhagavatam, all the different avatars coming from Krishna, that Krishna says that either the inner portion or the portion of the inner portion. That Krishna still with the Lord Sayam, Krishna is the original personality of the Lord. So we're very fortunate to be here, and we're here to worship Krishna in the form of Dhanvantari. He's healing the sick people. But we know that Krishna is the supreme person, and that he has a very distinguished gesture. I'll respect the privacy and I won't pronounce them. That's a difficult one. You're welcome him. Hare Krishna. We have the head here of the KG Hospital. And every room they have the Hare Krishna Mahamantra playing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, So I advised him that he should also have a spiritual care section to his hospital, because a lot of the people, I was surprised how many people went to the Bhaktivedanta hospital, which is half the size of the KG hospital. There are over 200 beds, and the Bhaktivedanta is 100 beds. But many people went because of suicide. They wanted to commit suicide because one couple, the husband and the wife, they wanted to move out with the son and the daughter-in-law. So they were very frustrated. What should they leave? So they took sleeping pills not to sleep. But the wife woke up at night, coughing. She was taken until the son heard her cough. What happened? So they got somehow exposed that they had taken sleeping pills. She had to rush to the ICU at the hospital. So there the lady, the representative of the Church of Care, gave them counseling, it's crazy to commit suicide. You should do it. And what are the results if you commit suicide? So then they said, okay, you should do it. Something came around online where you thought, we should do it. But now we realize it was a big mistake. So a lot of cases of hospitalization are due to suicide, all kinds of crazy things. And if they get the opportunity of some spiritual guidance, it can help them in so many ways. One person, he was trying to help his bird. He fell off the roof, and he broke his arm. They went to the hospital to see the orthopedic surgeon who set his arm in a cast, and he was in the hospital for a while. So the surgeon got to go to see him, and gave him a Bhagavad Gita and other books. He said, I don't know that this hospital has a spiritual care to it. I thought it was just like any other hospital, dedicated to some Rishi. So I'm very grateful because this vision, my life was saved. And I got to learn about the absolute truth. So they also help the Christians and Muslims to go there according to their own Shastra. There's the Muslims wanted to chant Tasbih, chant the whole name of Allah. And like this, they encourage all the people in their own path and own spiritual life. Now, one person, if they want, of course, they'll give them the related version, but they don't impose themselves. They accept their religion. So they gave one Christian, he said, a doctor, he follows this, so I ought to also know something about it. And so he was he had some terminal disease, so he died. But he said, give me the final rites according to his tradition as well. So he was given a circle on the jaw and everything on him. And then they called the priest, and the priest also did the final rites. So he got the rest of the whole system. So like this, they have the spiritual care. I was explaining every day. I already have more stories. I got so many stories I can tell you. But I want to do that right now. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, 10 questions.
10 questions! I only reached the first 5.
Uma reciba mis humildes y respetuosas reverencias. Desde Cali, Colombia, todo mi honor y oraciones para su pronta recuperación. Pregunta: ¿Paramatma es nuestra conciencia o Paramatma nos habla a través de nuestra conciencia? Question: we are sending my respectful obeisances from Cali, Colombia. Question: Paramatma is our consciousness or Paramatma speak to us through our consciousness?
The Paramatma is the silver soul in the heart. And sometimes hear the consciousness as the silver soul as the what's the word they use? The conscience. The conscience. Conscience, like tells you, don't do this.
Consciente.
So there's the consciousness and conscience. Conscience. So the conscience kind of tells you, see, what to do, what not to do. This is wrong, you shouldn't do it. Sometimes people do it anyway. And as a result, they end up going to court and jail and so on. Now, when you're very advanced, you can actually see the silver soul in the heart. And the pious people, the silver soul guides us as the conscience. But actually, it's the silver soul speaking. Sometimes we're confused. Is this my mind speaking? Or this is the silver soul speaking? So that's how we're going to go to. Can clarify. According to the Shastra, just like a lawyer, he cannot just give his own whimsical opinion. Well, I think this guy should be set free because he's a nice guy. I feel like that. You can't say that. You have to say according to the Supreme Court, this and this law, this thing, under this circumstance, he should be set free. And the judges will listen accordingly on the legal precedents of the case. Similarly, the Guru is not allowed to speak just his own whim or fancy. He has to speak according to the Sadhu, Shastra, and Guru. He has to speak according to. So if something is not according to the Shastra, then he may say to the disciple that, well, this doesn't sound like silver soul, because silver soul only speaks according to. He's the writer, he's authority, so they don't have to live very quickly to Jahan. He's the one who writes all the Vedas, so he's naturally going to speak according to the Vedas. Like this, a guru to specifically know sometimes whether it's the mind speaking or the conscience speaking, or conscience in the silver soul speaking. That's what I can say right now. Muchas gracias por su pregunta. Y yo contesté en inglés por todo entender mejor. So thank you for your question, and coming all the way from Kali, Colombia. Hare Krishna.
Next is question, but no name and place mentioned. That's quite a sensitive one.
Oh,
my husband is unsupportive and not with me on this path of Krishna consciousness. And my son, who is only 5 years old right now, also tends to follow his father. They make it very difficult sometimes for me to practice Krishna consciousness. My husband also has an alcoholic addiction problem and bad association. Could you please tell me, in such a scenario, what should be my approach and attitude, so that I may always stay determined in spite of this deterrence? Also, how can I work in such a way that my husband can also become interested someday?
Sounds like under that circumstance you need a lot of patience. I know one case in West Bengal where the husband was against, it seems your father or father-in-law, not sure, but it's against that your husband is not against it, he has an addiction to alcohol. She would, when the husband go out to work, she sneak off and visit the Hare Krishna Namhata religious program. And the other day, offered prayers to Krishna for her husband. After 1 year, her husband became ill. And everything was okay. So one thing you can do, of course, you can pray for your son and father and husband, and then speak him, I don't know if you can let them know that you're offering your food to Krishna. Otherwise, you can secretly offer to Krishna and feed it to them. And this way, gradually they get to purify taking Krishna to them. There was the case in the Bhakti in the hospital where someone was alcoholic. I forget. There's another case with a person. He was in the hospital, so he gave up eating meat for the whole year. But one day he would eat. And his wife went to the hospital for the delivery of their second child. So at that time, the church of care people talked to him. Why do you have to eat? You're going to be vegetarian. I have to eat for the whole year. One day they're wrong. It's one thing, you didn't know it, but you're doing every day except one day. So then one day you should get up, and then this way you can see Krishna Prasad every day. He said, "Well, my friends, and like it, but at least one day I spend with them. But I see your fun, and they rather see the karma and eat meat. There's a certain karma for that. So it's better if you don't eat." So then he agreed that you don't eat. Usually what these people need is some kind of association. What you might do is you might invite over some Krishna conscious devotee couple to come and just as your guests. And according to the situation, they can talk with your husband, or they can just be like friends. In Malaysia, there's one husband, he's addicted to the internet games. He's always on the internet playing the games. He's a lawyer, but somehow, so otherwise he's a good person, right? He's addicted to these games. And so this does happen. But originally that he was able to view this addiction, thinking it's there was a person who was in the hospital and he was addicted to very promiscuous life. His wife was under a lot of stress because he would force her into a relation more than what she was willing to do normally. So she would stay away from the house so she would not be forced into this situation. Apparently he went out to see some other ladies that are on the street there, and he got a test and he was found positive for HIV. He was very embarrassed. It's a deadly disease and there's no known cure for it. And so the lady asked the spiritual Catholic, "What should I do?" They said, "Well, don't have a relation with me because you will get HIV. But you should at least stay a loyal wife and take care of it." And so then he realized that he had a jewel as a wife, but he was rushing around and going out. And so then he started chanting, "Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama." So then after some time he went for another test and he was HIV negative. At that time he was already a fixed up devotee, and so you just I'm telling you these stories because I want you to have faith. Krishna can work miracles. You may see this insurmountable father-in-law or father and a husband who's addicted and so many different things. Krishna can work miracles for you. You just stay faithful. And I was in the Hindu Shastra, one lady, she was like this. Her husband was, she was a vegetarian, the husband was, he was a Kshatriya, so he said it's our tradition, eat meat. So she had to cook for him meat, but to herself, her children, she cooked and offered the food to the deities, and then they're all vegetarian. But so can I do? A wife in India is follows a lot of loyalty to the husband, and so she was a devotee of Krishna. Somehow Krishna brings these people to you when you're in the sadhu life. And there's a lot of people. So anyway, I have no doubt that Krishna can also work a miracle in your case. It just keeps up. And if he gets a little, they get a little, I was in one case, this is in Chennai, there was a man, he was a businessman, he used to go to Hong Kong and Tokyo and Singapore. And so he would drink and smoke and he was more or less addicted, but I don't know how much, but his wife was a very faithful lady, she was a very pious lady. She would have Bhakti Diksha groups living in her house and discussing about Krishna consciousness. So he was a gentleman, and he hosted his wife and guests, and like this he got terrified. Or once a month there was on rotation in different houses, so he would eventually reach his house. And so he came to see me, he said, I get all I'm drinking. And I check 8 rounds, and I'm trying to do 16 rounds. My goal is eventually I want to take initiation. There you go. So somehow, by hook or by crook, it's an association with your husband and your father. It should be very hidden, not like they shouldn't just come there. Just be friends and nice. Let them invite your husband over with the son to their house, something like that. Something very low-key. Husband, you see, these people seem pretty happy, but they don't drink, they worship Krishna in their house. So they can be happy too. Why do I need all this thing? Okay?
It's 8:40.
8:40. One more question. Last question.
What can we do to observe Narasimha Dev Vrat, Vaishnava Prandas from Durban, South Africa?
Oh, it's already over. It was over yesterday. What's that?
Pending from last 2 days' questions.
Oh, is it? Sorry we didn't answer your question. You should have got that one out. The Shinganade appears around the sun set twilight zone. He appears and he liberates the Radhikasiku. So normally we fast up till that time. If you're not able to fully fast and there's some reason, then you can take food, I guess. Otherwise we fast till and it's optional, you can take at sunset, after sunset you can take grains, or if you want to go a little bit further, you can take anakalpa, that means shana, which is without grains, cereals, or pulses, like you can take anakanas. And that's how I observe, because we have to go toward the Shinganade. That's totally optional. I said only days which compulsory are Krishna Janmashtami and Lord Chaitanya's appearance day with Krishna. All the other Krishna Tattvas at least pass until their appearance. Some appear at noon, some appear at around 10 appear at noon, and so just usually observe like that. Also, you can do yagya, so learn the Shinade. I will do the chakra, Sudarshan Chakra Homa. Here in Shinga Homa, different places they do different homas. They also do Dharana at the first day class, and then at just before the sunset, we start the Abhishek. And I had, because I used to have a night where we had quite large Shinga. But here they are very small. I have two leaders of Pushpa Ganda and Ashta Oshadi Ganda. I all sit now, and we did Abhishek of the Devi. I did the cow, the Panchagagya, the side product for the cow, which Amrita, 6 nectars, which are milk, yogurt, honey, and milk, yogurt, tea, honey, and sugar water. So then, and various fruit juices, there's a Vasu, as you said, with various lilies and flowers. And offer various offerings to the Lord of good stuff, the Lord, and then the arti. So, yeah, I think most of the devotees here, they observe the travesty that the public, they gave out things. So, that's only how they observe it. Sorry that he did it next year. Sorry I wasn't asked this year. So, tomorrow we'll just go directly to questions to the other. How many questions left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 questions. So, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.